Welcome back to Fox Explainer. Today I'm going to show you a comedy, romance, and horror movie from 2020 called Spontaneous. Spoilers ahead. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Watch out and take care. Mara is seen sitting in class and looking incredibly bored. She drops her pencil, and when she goes to pick it up, the girl in front of her blows up. Mara says that the girl was nice and ordinary, not very exciting. Everyone except her runs out of the classroom. They were in the same class, but they were never really friends. The dead girl was liked by all of the students, but one of them in particular. Tess finds Mara in front of the building as the kids run out and asks her what happened. Then she sees Mara's shoes and can't believe it. Evidence is seen being taken from the classroom by forensics. Only the girl was hurt by the explosion. Everything else, as Mara says, was just for looks. Her classmates are being questioned at a police station. Mara makes jokes with the police officer, but he isn't fooled. After that, they get to take a shower, and Mara asks if she can get her shoes back. The police give the students new clothes and make them wait at the station. Dylan says something funny about how the whole thing looked like a Cronenberg movie, but only Mara laughs. When one of the girls asks when they'll let them go, the others talk about what they think happened. Mara says that will happen when they know for sure that it won't happen to either of them again. Mara's parents come to the police station to get her and take her home. When they get there, she goes to her room and smokes pot. Then, she gets a text from someone who tells her they like her. They keep texting each other, and she laughs. The girl will be laid to rest tomorrow. Mara and Tess watch as the girl's father takes a sticker off of his car. Then they go to the Dalton Winds to get some mushrooms. Tess doesn't like the idea. Later, they go out for coffee, and Mara puts all of the mushrooms in her latte. Since they were very young, they've been friends, and they plan to stay friends until they are old and live together in a beach house. They talk about the girl who died until Dylan comes up and asks to join them. He flirts with Mara, and she figures out that he was the boy who had texted her before. Dylan tells them that what happened made him think about life, and that he now wants to live his life to the fullest. Mara gets sick from the mushrooms and throws up in the toilet, while Dylan holds her hair. She starts hallucinating, and she tells him about it. He thinks that's awesome. Her hallucinations continue all night, and he stays with her. They talk about what happened and say that they both missed seeing it. Dylan takes her home and asks her out on a date. Later, she and Tess are laying in her bed and talking. Mara says that she won't continue to use drugs. Tess asks her if she's cried yet, and she tells her that she cries all the time. It's the day of the homecoming game, and the two girls come to school wearing costumes. They see that the other students have made a shrine for the dead girl when Dylan joins them. He recognizes Mara's costume as Carrie. Later, they talk in the library, and she asks him how he became so interested in her. He tells her that it all started the first time he saw her, and that from there, everything grew. The day the girl died and Mara said that it could happen to anyone, he decided to ask her out and stop waiting for the right time. She takes pictures of the jocks at the game, waiting for their jerseys to spell something dirty. He laughs at her jokes, and then she tells him about the moment she knew she liked him. When something nice happens during the game, they have a nice moment together. One of the players has exploded, so everyone runs out screaming. Dylan grabs Mara's hand and pulls her away. Behind the sports arena, they hug. The city becomes a big story in the news. What happened has been called by the media the curse of Covington. Tess and Mara go to the latest memorial service, where everyone talks about the boy who died with fondness. The next day, her parents tell her that she doesn't have to go to school anymore. They tell her that they'll still keep applying to colleges, so she'll be fine after everything blows over. Mara jokes that they can't tell her anymore that things were worse when they were young than they are now. Dylan comes to get her that night in an old ice cream truck he bought that day. He got it so that everyone would laugh. They go to a school party in honor of the kids who died, but they leave quickly to go for a walk. They throw away their drinks because they think the alcohol could be the cause. They laugh while wondering what really sets off the teens. After a moment, they stop and talk about his father, and then they kiss. They hear screams from inside the house and go to see what's going on. Someone else died. Agent Rosdy talks with Mara and Tess. She also doesn't know what's going on. Rosdy asks for their help and tells them to bring something to her. Next, she goes to the Dalton Winds and tells them that the agent told her to bring drugs. Mara thinks that the police are doing this not because they really think that the drugs are the cause, but just to make sure. She tells them she wants to buy everything they have. They all drive to where the twins have hidden their money. They tell Mara that they will be leaving town soon, and she tells them about Dylan as she texts with him. The brother blows up all of a sudden. The sister jumps into the driver's seat quickly and tries to drive the car, but she also blows up. Dylan finds the wrecked car, but Mara isn't there right away. He finds a bloody handprint and goes into the woods to look for her. Dylan finds her in a river. He hugs her and tells her that he thought she had died in the car. Before he got there, he called Rosti and brought her a sweatsuit. He sees someone in a hazmat suit watching them all of a sudden. Right away, more of them show up and grab them, start talking about the explosions. Two boys argue about if it's a curse or not. Dylan shares a stupid idea, and everyone makes fun of him. Later, a government employee shows the teens a PowerPoint presentation and offers to answer all of their questions. Mara doesn't understand what they are actually doing to help them, so she makes fun of him. The official gives a typical answer, and the kids laugh at him at first, but then they get angry quickly. One of them does go off. Then another one goes off while sleeping. There are tests being done in the facility. The parents of the children wait outside the building until the doctor comes out to tell one of the couples what happened to their child. The kids keep dying, and all of the tests and drugs they are giving them fail. They all try to live as normally as they can inside, but one by one, the teenagers keep blowing up. Even the doctors who work there get restless. The blue pill they are given seems to start working. Everyone in the facility is happy. At some point, they give the kids back to their parents. When Mara notices that there are no Christmas decorations in the city, her parents take her home. Her father tells her that no one was feeling festive, but when they get home, they surprise her with a tree. Later, as the three of them are decorating the tree, her father gives her a vape and tells her she is terrible at hiding the fact that she smokes pot. They all smoke together and talk about growing up and her graduation. Mara takes one of the blue pills right before she goes to sleep. The next day, Dylan visits her at her house. Mara asks him if they're safe, and Dylan tells her that he doesn't know, but that they should just take it one day at a time and go back to school. She doesn't want to go back to where she was. The only class that will go to school in the same building is theirs. One of their teachers tells them a story about when he was a soldier and saw someone blow up. He tells them he will help them finish school. Later, when Rosti takes Mara's blood pressure, they talk about how the blue pill is sometimes called the snooze button, which Mara doesn't like. Rosti doesn't believe it's all over. Mara decorates Dylan's barn for Valentine's Day, and the two of them have a party there just for the two of them. He tells her he loves her, and she responds with the F word. They laugh about it, and if they don't die, Dylan asks her to spend the summer with him. Tess and Mara are waiting for their food in a diner, but the waitress is too afraid to bring it to them. They go away. The next day, the doctor came to their school to tell them about the snooze button pill. She says that it's not a cure, but it can help. The doctor uses a volunteer to make a point, but as soon as the kid starts to do what she says, he blows up. Suddenly, another one goes boom. Then the third one. All of them run out, but the kids just keep blowing up. Mara is with Dylan and can't get to Tess because of all the commotion. All of them are running and trying to get out, but kids keep exploding. Mara gets left behind, and when a classmate tries to help her, he explodes as well. She finds a door and walks out of the school. Dylan meets her outside, where they embrace. Suddenly, Dylan blows up right in front of her. Mara walks home covered with blood. Rosetta finds her and takes her to a hospital. A piece of his jaw hit her in the head. Her mom goes to the hospital and helps her wash up. On that night, she sleeps with her parents. She gets really depressed, stops taking her pills, and won't talk to anyone. Dylan's burial comes and goes. Tess tries to get her out of her room, but Mara just sits there and watches videos of Dylan. At one point, she gets out of bed and makes drinks for her dad. Mara names the drink "All My Friends and Boyfriend Are Dead." She drinks the drink, and then her dad tells her that he doesn't know how to handle this. Mara tries to joke, but just keeps getting drunk. She is drunk when she leaves her house that night, and she shows up at Tess's house the next day, still drunk. They fight about going to school. Mara has lost all hope, so Tess doesn't know how to help her. She leaves Mara behind when she goes to school. Then, Mara shows up at a protest about the curse and steals alcohol from a store. The people who work there gave it to her. Agent Rosti waits for her outside the store, and when Mara tries to throw her a bottle of vodka, she breaks her window. Later, she fights with her parents about this and the fact that she always gets drunk. They want to help her, but she doesn't want to go along with it and make them feel better because she might die soon as well. Mara goes to her room and thinks about going to prom. When she gets there, she finds a message board where other students are talking about the Covington curse. They call her the curse, and she takes them seriously. Mara goes to her school and visits the memorial for the first girl, then her classroom, and then the place where Dylan died. Mara is sitting on a swing on the night of the prom. When Tess comes over, they start talking again about their future. She tells Mara that she is leaving Covington that night. Tess tells Mara that she will always be her best friend before she leaves. Mara gets drunk and makes it to prom in the end. There's a terrible feeling inside. She laughs about how everyone is doing their own thing and then goes to spike the punch. Nothing is done about it by her teachers. She brings it along and drinks it by herself. Later, she goes up on stage and says she's sorry for killing everyone and being the curse. Mara says she hates herself because she hurt everyone, and then she takes her diploma. Mara boos the next girl who says the same thing. Then, all of a sudden, other girls say the same thing. Mara goes to the cemetery to see where Dylan is buried. She tells him that she loves him too and then lies down on his grave. When his mom finds her there, she asks if she can join her and then lies down next to her. Mara says she's sorry she couldn't make it to the funeral and tells Dylan's mom about the first time she hung out with him. His mom says that he told her he held Mara's hair, and the girl asks her if she thought she was bad news. The mom says that she just thought Mara was in a lot of pain and didn't know how to deal with it. Mara tells her that she always feels scared and like she's going to die. At the end of the day, bad things are going to happen. That's unavoidable. She won't waste her life waiting for something that might never happen. Mara dreams of a future where she and Tess grow old together in the beach house they wanted. She won't be afraid anymore because she could die at any moment, and so could you. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more and hit the like button to help me out, and also leave a comment if you want me to explain your favorite film. Until next time, take care.